Decline. There's about 28 left.
Control. Prevent hostile forces from taking our zones. We're defending Alpha. They're taking Alpha. Enemy has Alpha. Losing Bravo. We're defending Bravo. We're nearly out of lives. They're running out of lives. We're contesting Bravo. We're defending Bravo. Black Ops Hostiles are taking B. Mission clock is running down. We're contesting B. No lives left. Fight to your last. We're losing B. Bravo. You're on your own. Bring this home. Hostiles have overrun all zones. You're not paid to fail. Get back in the game.
My team fucking sucks, except me in second, fourth place. What the fuck? That's sucking to me, so gotta suck. Kidding me. Actually.
Capture all zones.
Our team fucking suck, dude. Like, literally. You don't know how to fucking kill?
Taking Alpha.
Oh, really?
Taking Alpha. Hostiles contesting Bravo. We're capturing Bravo.
Oh my god.
Enemies are contesting Zone B. Hostiles contesting Bravo. We're taking B. They're low on lives. Eliminate them. Lives low. Make them count. Black Ops are contesting
To
B.
the wall? Can they fucking do that?
Enemies contesting Bravo.
Dog there.
We're capturing Bravo.
Basically, me and News is doing all the fucking work, basically.
Bravo locked down. We have total control.
Guys.
Pleasure watching your work, crew.
Shit.
Defend all zones.
5 and 12, 2, 5 and 12, 4 and 12. 14, 11, 14. Shit. My dude.
We're losing A. We're contesting Alpha. We're contesting Bravo. We're defending A.
I just kill them both off of it. Doozies.
We're defending Bravo.
man pump.
Bravo lost. Contesting A. We're contesting Alpha.
Memphis. Damn, some people.
Enemy has few lives left. Take them out. We're low on lives. Exercise caution. Contesting A. They're taking Alpha. Black Ops forces are taking A.
Team A. Okay.
We're defending Alpha. This is it. No lives left. We're contesting A. Hostiles have run out of lives. End this. Give it everything you've got. Orders to whoever frags their last man.
Come on, team. I swear to God.
You're on your own. Bring this home.
Well, yes.
We're pulled ahead.
This me, bitches. This
Keep it
me.
down. We're not done yet.
This me, bitches. Want a bloodthirsty? Come get me!
Switching sides.
Yeah, I was threatening them, but oh yeah.
Take all
30 and
enemy
12,
zones.
baby. 30 and 12. Damn, all that B. How about that A? Yeah, me too.
We're capturing Alpha.
You got this on that. Oh, I got this side. Actually, we both got this side. Actually. Yep.
We're taking A.
I got my war machine. I got my war machine. Alright. Boom time. Boom time.
Hostiles contesting Bravo.
Damn, they're all there. Damn, how are we losing lives so quick? Oh, I forgot. These fuckers are on the fucking 5th and 6th place.
We're taking B. Contesting Zone B. Contesting Bravo.
Middle.
We're
In the
capturing
hut.
Bravo.
I don't want to just keep spawning behind us, but I'm in front of them right now. I don't know how this gun pod is doing good right now, but
Lives low. Make them count.
oh my god.
The enemy team is running low on lives. All zones infiltrated. We've taken the lead.
I was wrecking them, man.
Another day,
They can't
another
stop
dollar.
me. They can't stop me. GG's. GG's.
Re-up and redeploy.
hard point. Capture the objective. Hard point identified. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point locked down. We have the advantage. Hard point contested. Hard point lost. Hard point identified. Hard point is secure. Hard point contested. We've lost the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hard point lost. Hard point identified. Hostiles have captured the hard point. We've lost the advantage. Hard point locked down. Hard point lost. Hard point locked down. Contesting hard point. We've lost the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hard point identified. Hard point locked down. We've taken control. Hard point contested. Hard point lost. Hard point is secure. Hard point lost. We're losing the fight. Hard point is secure. You've taken the lead. Contesting hard point. Hard point contested. Lost the hard point. Hard point located. Hard point locked down. Contesting hard point. Hard point contested. Contesting hard point. Contesting hard point. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Enemy hellstorm detected. Hard point locked down. Hard point contested. Contesting hard point. Hard point lost. Hard point locked down. Contesting hard point. Hard point lost. Hard point locked down. Hard point located. Tracking enemy sniper's nest overhead. Hostiles have the hard point. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint contested. We're all over them. Take the win. Hardpoint contested. Lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure. Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hostile drone squadron inbound. Hardpoint locked down. We're winning this. Net call. Hostile Hellstorm inbound. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. We're behind. Hardpoint identified.
Cluster on me.
Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint contested. Contesting hardpoint. Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint lost. Reckon I'm feeling buyer's remorse.
Good to go.
Hardpoint. Capture the objectives. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested.
Close formation.
Contesting hardpoint. We've lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is secure. Taking the lead.
Close formation.
Hardpoint contested. We've lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Lost the advantage. Hardpoint is secure. Hardpoint contested. We've taken control. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint contested. Hostile hardpoint. Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint locked down. Testing hardpoint. Hardpoint lost.
Close formation.
Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint identified. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
Close formation. Whatever.
We're losing the fight. Hardpoint located. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint is secure. Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. We've lost the hardpoint. Don't let them take you down. Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Contesting hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. Hellstorm detected. Hostile lightning strike targeting active. Hardpoint identified. Hostile lightning strike incoming. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hard point contested. Hard point lost. Hard point locked down. Hard point identified. Hostiles have the hard point. Hardpoint locked down. Testing hardpoint. Testing hardpoint. Testing hardpoint. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested. Testing hardpoint. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. There goes me bottom line.
2 games I fucking lost. Because of my sucky ass fucking teammates. Fucking hard point.
Control. Capture all zones. Taking Alpha. Alpha locked down.
Moving on B.
Taking Bravo. Hostiles contesting Bravo. Enemies contesting Bravo. Running out of lives.
Assaulting Bravo.
Hostiles
Cluster
contesting
on me.
Bravo. We're low on lives. Exercise caution. Mercs are contesting B. The enemy team have no lives left. Hostiles contesting Bravo.
Assaulting B. Flanking.
We're short on time. Fight like you mean it. Enemy details down to 1. We've pulled ahead. We're capturing Bravo.
I got my streaks, high streaks,
This round, but
baby.
we're not done yet.
Yeah. Got my threshold, I got my substance, tax chopper. Yeah.
Prevent hostile forces from taking our zones. Mercs are taking Alpha. Alpha. We're losing A.
I'm going to glass. Target down.
Going to glass.
We're defending A.
Target identified. Engage.
Mission timeline counting down. Target identified. Engaging.
They've taken A.
Going to glass.
They're down to their last lives. Take them out.
Wolverine's maneuvering.
Target is down.
Mission executed. Ready out. The rundown now.
We're defending B. We're contesting B. We're running low on lives. They're taking Bravo. We're contesting Bravo. They're out of lives. Proceed on mission. Details down to 1. Finish this. Time's almost up. Make that push. Taking control. Good job, Black Ops. Do it again and we get to go home.
GG's, guys. GG's. I almost got my streaks again.
Take all enemy zones.
Cluster on me. Moving on A.
Merc forces are contesting Alpha. Capturing B. Mercs are contesting B. We're taking multiple zones. Contesting Alpha. Hostiles contesting A. Lives low. Make them count. MTC is dry. Give it all you got. Enemies contesting Alpha. contesting A. Merc forces are contesting Alpha. Bravo secure. No lives left. Fight to your last. Hostiles contesting A. Merc forces are contesting Alpha. We're taking A. Enemies are contesting A. Mission is full bar. It's all on you. We've taken the lead.
Look at that, nobody can stop me. 35 kills, baby!
Try again.
Get on my level. Get on my level. 11 devs too, so.
Defend all zones. They're taking A.
Guarding Alpha.
We're defending Alpha. We're contesting B. We're contesting Alpha.
Now later. Yes, keep 2B.
We're defending Bravo. We're contesting A. We're defending A. They're low on lives. You know what to do. We're contesting B. Time's almost up. Make that push. We're defending Alpha. We're defending A. We're almost out of lives. We're contesting Alpha. Alpha lost. Hostiles are out of lives. Keep up the pressure. We're contesting Bravo. Enemy details down to 1. Finish this.
Just camping over there. Oh my god.
Mission objectives green across the board.
42. Oh, yeah.
Get the upper hand on your competition with SCUF controllers. Use code OGXRays to get 5% off your entire order. Yo guys, what's up? It's X-Rays. Welcome back to another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video. And I just want to give a huge thank you to everyone in the Call of Duty community who banded together and made our voices heard with this new Black Market update, because today Treyarch released a Reddit post detailing new information on a update that we had. And in that update, that actually talked about how there was going to be some changes to the Black Market progression that was going to make it way better. They were going to pretty much reset it to what it was before in some aspects and really address the concerns that we as a community voiced. So to every content creator who made videos talking about this, I saw a few friends of mine, Prestige is Key, E. coli Espresso, I made videos on this as well, and it looks like our voices were heard and somehow they were able to get this to be changed to something a little bit better. I am so freaking happy that this happened. So a huge shout out to the entire community for banding together to make this happen. And
Oh
also,
my
I do want to
god.
thank everyone who did watch my videos here, supported them by just watching them or dropping a like, commenting. It really did get that video out there, so I think that we were able to help with the larger conversation on this. But let's go ahead and talk about this. So the big thing that we got today was that Black Market progression update, which changes and reverses some of the decisions they had. They did go on to explain why they did change it, and we'll read through the post so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But before we do, let me go ahead and just mention that the other update for today was that they did add Hot Pursuit, a new mode into Blackout. I made a video yesterday showing off some early gameplay talking about it, so if you want to see, haven't seen that yet, check out that video. But this is probably the more important of them, and apparently there was also a World League Hub update. But let's get into this. So this was posted today. They mentioned that the update for the Black Market was coming later tonight, and it just came live, I think, like 30 minutes ago or 50 minutes ago, about an hour ago maybe, I don't know, but let's go ahead and jump into it. So it says, this week's update brought several changes to the Black Market, including an inventory system, simplification of Blackjack Shop's UI, and the new ability to earn Blackjack Reserve cases by playing the game on top of earning new items of each tier in the...
Battle the forces of evil in this exciting Match 3 RPG.
The Contraband stream. The goal of this system was to give more players more frequent access to content and reserves, as players could now earn them from the start by playing the game, rather than only gaining access after completing Tier 100. However, by moving progress towards reserves up front instead of at the end of the stream, this had an unintended effect on players who progressed through the first Tier 100s. Initial earn rates for the Black Reserves throughout the gameplay were also too slow. These issues and more are being resolved to date. Effective immediately, the reserves cases have been added back to the tiers at the end of the Contraband stream, and players will continue to earn progress towards cases for gameplay time while progressing through the stream. Daily tier skips after Tier 100 also now work as before, granting a case for each tier for players of all modes to ensure the original goal of allowing players to earn reserves earlier and with more frequency than in previous operations. Additionally, the earn rate of reserve cases through the gameplay have been doubled to ensure players earn cases faster at all times. Lastly, if you already progressed beyond Tier 100 during the operation, you will automatically be awarded with the same number of reserve cases that you would have earned from every tier completed since the point of this operation. This means no lost tier-based progress towards reserves, as your cases earned after Tier 100 should be waiting for you once you have applied the evening's update. To recap, the Black Market progression has been updated to work as follows in the evening's update. Reserve cases are again earnable at every tier after 100 in the Contraband stream, and daily tier skips again apply to the tiers after 100 tier mark through play in all modes. The earn rate for reserve cases through the playing of the game has been doubled, and cases are retroactively awarded to those who progress past Tier 100 before this update for every additional tier completed. And of course, players will continue to earn cases at all times on top of the regular Contraband tier logs, as it has been since Tuesday's update. These changes are now live on PS4 and will immediately go into effect when Operation Grand Heist begins on Xbox One and PC next week. So this is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy they did this, because this means that now you're going to be earning your tiers like normal, and also within that same game time, the same amount of time that it would normally take you to get that first tier, which was around 55 minutes. well, essentially it's going to be almost identical to that. Now, I do want you guys to keep in mind that the testing that people were doing was that it was taking about 2 hours to earn a reserve case just from in-game playtime. And so now, because of this update, you are earning that at twice the speed. So essentially, it's going to take you an hour to unlock a free reserve, even while you're leveling up to tier 100, which is awesome, because that means that essentially for every tier that you earn playing in game, you're also getting an extra reserve, which is really cool. This is really cool because that means that the time that we had before to get a tier, so once you got to tier 100 and then 101, normally it's about 55 minutes or so, or 50 minutes to get a tier completed with in-game time, and now it's like an hour, so it's a little bit slightly longer than getting a tier, but now you're going to be able to earn that as a reserve while you're still grinding from 0 to 100. And then once you do reach tier 100, not only are you going to be getting those free daily skip tiers to get that free reserve, and then on top of that, in-game time, but I don't know if they detailed this, but I'm assuming that also means that those reserves that you earn are pretty much essentially going to be double. So for every tier you earn with in-game time, not so much the tier skip, you're going to be getting 2 of them, because now the time between reserve cases you earn and then the tier you earn are going to be around the same. So again, don't take that as gospel for me. From what I saw in the update, that's what I'm assuming because of that system. But for all we know, it could be that once you hit tier 100, it might disable the ability to have that little wheel that shows up in the black market. So again, I'm not fine on those details towards the end, and even if they do remove that, it still is okay, because that means that you're going to be earning your tiers faster because of the tier skip, and also the in-game time is probably still a little bit, like 5 minutes or so smaller than what it was to get the regular reserve cases. So either way, we're good. Basically, this system, you earn a ton more reserves while getting from 0 to 100, and then once you hit 100, it'll be the same system that we had before, which is amazing. I'm so happy. And again, this is all because of the entire community working together, all the content creators who made videos, all the posts we had on Reddit, all the posts that Twitter people were putting together, all of you guys that were commenting on the videos, dropping likes, sharing my video around, and any other content creators' videos around, putting your feedback in the comment section. It helped out. And when we all come together and work together to put up a single message with one voice that's going to be loud and clear, it looks like Activision had to buckle and actually implement these changes. So I don't know, and I don't want to speculate what was going on with that last system. I think that they did go into it with like, hey, it'll be cool if they earn reserve cases on top of.
Just to be clear, in 24 hours, at midnight, you will no longer have the ability to get into the Amazon.
Of their, tier 0 to 100, then it was kind of implemented wrong with what happens after you reach 100, and so I'm just happy that it got reverted, and on top of that, this system is now better than the one we had before, which is amazing. So thank you, Treyarch, for listening to us, to David Vonderhaar, to every other studio head that is there, Bunting, Dan Bunting, I don't know, Jason Blundell, I don't know, anyone involved at Treyarch who put their little feedback and pushed this agenda forward for us to get this to happen so quickly. On top of that, I just earn so much respect from the entire community, and we just want to thank everyone who did this for us. So everyone at the studio, everyone maybe who even works at Activision was able to get this to happen. Thank you so much, man. I think this goes a long way towards instilling more confidence in the community, and just letting us know that if there's something wrong that we all feel is like borderline, like just messed up, and you see us and we say it, and you guys are able to change it, it just brings so much more credibility that you guys are listening to the community, and it also just makes everyone more confident and happy. Now, there was a lot of people who were very excited for this update, and then the black market thing happened, and a lot of people just, it soured their whole experience. People weren't even excited for Hot Pursuit. They weren't excited for this update in general because they felt like they were getting screwed on top of this event, which would have been really sweet. And now with these changes that just came live today, and now the black market is even better than it was before, oh my god, I think that a lot of us are going to be really enjoying this update now with the new maps, the new modes and obviously in Blackout. Then we have the content stream that we have here. We already had leaks today with
I was
some new
not
weapons
even
and stuff that are
going to
coming
play it
possibly
because
as
of
part
that
of the
shit.
Shamrock and event. If you missed that video, I uploaded that one earlier today. Check it out, guys, in case you guys missed it. I'll link it down below. And, it's just, I think we're all happy now. We're all excited. Everyone seems to be loving Hot Pursuit, and I'm happy for the community. I'm happy for myself because now I don't have to grind as much or feel like I'm doing nothing once I hit tier 100. And I don't know, man. I'm in shock. I can't believe it happened. So huge thank you to the community, to Treyarch, to anyone involved in making this happen. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are excited with this update and you're happy they did this, smack a big old like on the video, guys. Super appreciate it. And if you are new to the channel, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Call of Duty Black Ops 4 news, info, rumors, leaks, and more, make sure you guys are subscribed. Join Team Raise. Turn on notifications so you're one of the first people to see any of this information that is out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to support the channel directly, you guys can do so by checking out my channel memberships. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, special badges, and a whole bunch more. So go ahead and check those out only if you're willing and able to. And then if you want to talk about anything, Twitter is literally the best place to do so. I'm constantly talking over there. If you want to see what I'm up to or interact with me, at OGXrays, link down below. You guys have an awesome night. Take care. I'm out. Peace.
You can deduct this, right?
Student loan interest? Yep. And with H&R Block Online, you can still file free. TurboTax can't say that.
Really?
Yeah, really. More.
Yesterday we ended up detailing a little bit of a minor update within Black Ops 4. It was something that spanned Wednesday, yesterday, and a little bit of what was to come today. We talked about briefly Hot Pursuit at the end of that video. But with that update, it was something that came to PC as well. The full-on title update from Tuesday was distributed to PC as of yesterday. When we talked about that, of course, we broke down everything we did normally, but this also set the stage as of yesterday for the content to be coming of Operation Grand Heist coming on Tuesday. Weapon balancing and such is already live, but the contents of Operation Grand Heist is still withheld. But since it is time-gated, it's all there, just not public currently, and since we have a full outlook of an update in a game update, or at least at the very least, a hefty amount of content on deck for the full entirety of the event, we have a decent outlook for the rest of the content coming up. And that's simply because, well, PC players can actually go into the game files and check out what's actually all in that update, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, because someone did just that and found a handful of new weapons, mastercrafts, and also one new reactive camo. So we're breaking that down, talking about what they are, and of course when you might be able to expect them coming up in the very near future. So while we have currently a roadmap of the upcoming events over the course of the next 60 plus days on Reddit and the official COD blog, detailing Operation Grand Heist and things like Bare Bones playlist coming to multiplayer, Prop Hunt and Infected coming, a spring map update for Blackout, a not yet specified Blackout event, a new Zombies map in March, and a lot of other things to keep players engaged, one thing that was recently discovered by Reddit user and data miner Josh Woocool was a handful of different weapons that we've yet to see. Some of these I know that actually a handful of you guys ended up pointing out from the trailer that was just in view for, say, a blink of an eye, but we didn't know exactly what these were. We didn't know if they were mastercrafts or brand new weapons entirely. But today we do have that confirmation because as of, depending on when you watch this, about 24 hours ago or so at this point, those weapons were actually pulled from the game files and fully confirmed. Now, here's where things get a little interesting, and I'll do my absolute best to keep it as involved as possible, but I cannot, for the sake of copyright reasons, showcase the images and or the videos of the content. I'll leave the links down there in the description below if you guys want to check those out for yourselves, but because the content is not yet released to the public, it falls technically under the category of intellectual property of Activision at this point, so I can't showcase that stuff in video. Unfortunately, we're going in a little bit blind in a sense with this, but I'll do my absolute best again to keep you guys as engaged with the information as possible, even though we have a relatively low amount of backing footage that we normally provide. As for the weaponry and the new items at hand, we end up seeing that we have a couple of different weapons. We see that we have the Ruger Mini 14, which is a sniper rifle. We have the Demo Hammer, a melee being loaded with shotgun shells by its preview video, which is incredibly weird to consider. And we also end up seeing two mastercrafts, one for the Cordite, called in the in-game files, the Space Shuttle. Then we also have a Police Mog 12 mastercraft, and that one's actually seen in the trailer and even in the in-game boot-up cinematic, so that's one that we can showcase a little bit of relative examples as well for, because it's out there already. And then finally we have a reactive camo for the Swordfish called the Zombie Flick. And that actually partially makes sense to see that we have one coming for the Swordfish, because as I previously mentioned in a video talking about all this stuff on Monday, the APB camo was actually for the Swordfish in the build of the game that we played at Treyarch as of last week before the event actually launched. So instead of the APB camo being shifted to the Maddox and the Swordfish not having anything to show for it, it seems like we now have one that is making up for that, and now we have one on top of the Swordfish, plus that shifted over from the Maddox. So that's pretty cool. But as for kind of breaking it down a little bit further and giving you guys as much detail as possible without actually showing you guys it, the Mini 14 sniper rifle looks almost like a mini SDM, but very compact, almost not SMG style, like it doesn't look like any of the SMGs or as small as the SOG 9mm or anything like that, but it is something that is definitely a more compact sniper rifle. The scope is actually almost comparable in length to the actual body minus the barrel of the weapon, so it is definitely compact. It's something that we'll probably see, and based off the preview video, it seems like the fire rate is again comparable to the SDM. As for how much damage that will do or how agile you can be, because the SDM has a very limited mobility speed when aiming down sight, we don't exactly know how that will stack up, but it is something that does seem to be another semi-auto sniper. The demo hammer, think Thor's hammer, but instead that then pops open and you can put 4 shotgun shells in the actual hammerhead that makes contact, which is really weird to think about, yes, and if you guys want some more clarity, I definitely suggest you go check out the link down below. The Cordite Space Shuttle Mastercraft looks absolutely fantastic. It's almost like a whiteout camo for this Mastercraft, but it has a cool little futuristic spin almost to this with different variants and color grades as the phases progress. So super cool. I think that I'm definitely going to be wanting to get this one. Even though I don't necessarily use the Cordite, I might have to give it a go for a little bit. The Mach 12 police variant, of course, we end up seeing that we've seen that one already, so that one pretty straightforward, explanatory. The zombie flick reactive camo, though, is actually pretty cool. Think of like film strips on the camo and then it cycles through with different cinematic aspects, but that film outline is still there. So I think that one's really cool, but that is the stuff that, in the best of my ability, I can explain to you guys. And if you guys want to check them out a little further for yourself, of course, the links are down there in the description below. But the curious part to me, where we can start to extend this discussion a little further, is how they might be introduced. Because of this, we have 5 items, so your guess is as good as mine as to when they may be introduced, because we saw things like the Barbarians event introduce the Cat 45 right after the halfway point of Operation Absolute Zero, and then go till the end of the event there at that, but we didn't see 5 key elements added into that event, so I doubt that we'll see 5 key elements like 2 weapons, 2 Mastercrafts, and then a reactive camo as well introduced in one event like that. So perhaps we end up seeing 2 events added in, each maybe lasting, say, 20 days time, and with nearly 70 days total after the event of yesterday's readjustment that added 10 days more to Operation Grand Heist, we could theoretically see events maybe start around the 20-day mark of the event, lasting until day 40, and then maybe another one, say, starting around day 50-ish, lasting until the end of the event. So we see that sort of middle ground break where we don't have anything for about a week, and then a secondary one kicks in on top of that. So it'd be interesting to see, but I only consider that being an option potentially because we have 2 weapons. I don't think that we'd see the Mini 14 and the Demo Hammer being placed in the same pop-up event or directly purchasable from the marketplace. So we'll see if that comes to happen, but there's also another curveball that may fit this theory rather well. Shamrock and Awe is coming back for a 3rd straight year in just a few weeks' time, and while it's not detailed as of any specific date as of yet, the official roadmap details March, and if we consider where the dates have fallen for Shamrock and Awe the last 2 years, we firstly saw that Modern Warfare Remastered Shamrock and Awe event started on March 14th and went to April 3rd, and then we also saw Shamrock and Awe return in World War II last year on March 13th, and last until the 3rd of April, but both of those fit perfectly for pop-up durations that we may see in Black Ops 4. So we can probably most likely expect it to be the 2nd week of March, or that 2nd Tuesday, because of the timing of how we've seen previous ones fall into line as the last 2 years. And that said, the 1st Tuesday of March is the 5th, making our likely candidate for the Shamrock and Awe event to be the Tuesday, the 12th on PlayStation 4. And I'm not 1000% sure that it will be exclusive for PlayStation 4, but unfortunately I imagine that it will be, so then you'll end up having it around the 19th for Xbox One and PC. So if we do see a larger in-game event, it is possible that maybe we see all of these items added in at some points, and maybe even added in all at once, but we just don't know entirely. But one thing that we almost do know for certain, though, is that, thankfully, these probably aren't going to be in reserves. The way that we can break this down and kind of almost confirm that, all but confirm essentially, it's all likely pointing in our favor, but save for, say, some super drastic thing that ends up happening, where Treyarch and Activision pull a massive switcheroo on us. We know this because there aren't preview videos associated with items in reserves. Where these previews are made are for items that you can end up actually taking a look at and previewing before you actually get them. So things like the Cha-Ching melee weapon, things like the Rampage shotgun, and the Switchblade X9 in the Contraband stream this season. Things like in the special orders where you can take a look at, say, a weapon variant, or as we normally end up seeing, more so a character uniform and customization that takes you to the full screen image and footage of that. The most in terms of preview footage that we end up getting for reserves is that reserve preview in Blackjack's reserve section, and that's its own separate trailer that showcases a collection of the items within reserves, though not all of them, because as we've talked about before, you're probably going to get bogged down with the sheer amount of stickers that are in that reserve loophole. But we end up seeing that these other items that we've seen so far were also in the Operation Grand Heist trailer, not the reserve content trailer. So this kind of points more so towards them coming in other formats and more directly purchasable or directly grindable areas as well. For comparison, we ended up seeing in the Operation Absolute Zero trailer things like the Paladin Valkyrie variant and the Vapor Vampire Hunter variant as well in that trailer, but those ended up coming as special orders. We never saw those actually in reserves, and the only thing that we ended up seeing in reserves added that was worthwhile of Operation Absolute Zero is that Mozu Replicant Mastercraft, which was not ever teased in the official trailer. So it seems like at the very moment these previews are designed for either tier progression items, black market special orders, or maybe even directly purchasable items in Blackjack's shop, but it looks like it does not point to reserves, which is always a nice thing. So while we probably will see these associated with some sort of pop-up event or potentially Shamrock and Awe, we have a few likely candidates for what may happen, and these are my sort of final wrapping points here at this and the ways we may end up seeing these introduced. Firstly, maybe we end up seeing multiple pop-up events similar to the Barbarians event, with each one containing new DLC weapon and some customization content along with it. The Barbarians introduced that Hades reactive camo, launched the Cat 45, so who's to say we don't see a Mastercraft variant added in with one of the weapons and done at 2 different times? Maybe we end up seeing everything dropped all at once in one larger Shamrock and Awe content drop that contains all the items as a part of a mini event within the Operation Grand Heist event, and it's also possible that we end up seeing them broken down and introduced incrementally with distribution of individual sale items through Blackjack's shop or the special orders. So I guess we'll see where this ends up going, but it was a rather interesting find that as the PC update gave us a lot more in terms of a look-in as to what to expect for the event that's already in the game files. So, that said, should be coming up rather soon here as a result, but that's where we're going to wrap it up. So, love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of this here? Are you hoping that they come in terms of a pop-up event like the Barbarians event? Are you hoping they come in special orders, in the daily or featured items in Blackjack's shop? Whatever it may be, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But that said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Black Ops 4, multiplayer, blackout, zombies. We got you covered the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, all that good stuff. We got you covered. So if any of that interests you, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. You guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. There's the best places to get connected from outside of YouTube. I actually live on both those. So if you guys want to start a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. Well, let's end out of the way. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Mine is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.
With so many of you gearing up for Black Ops 4 Operation Grand Heist, my work as the replacer has gotten a little out of hand.
What is going on, guys? I am over the moon excited because guess what? Treyarch listened. They are fixing what they broke. They are understanding what is not right. And the tier system is going back to normal, and it's going to be improved for everybody across the board. So first off, before we get into this, I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you that not only shared my videos, but other content creators' videos on Reddit and on Twitter and on YouTube to basically just put this in the face of Treyarch and say, listen, you can't do this. But anyway, I'll put the Reddit post down below in the description if you want to check it out for yourself. But let's go ahead and look at this together. I'm looking at this live, and I am so freaking happy. So let's go right to the black market progression update, and we're going to read it word for word. This week's update brought several changes to the black market, including an inventory system, simplification of Blackjack's shop UI, and the new ability to earn Blackjack's reserve cases by playing the game on top of earning new items with each tier in the contraband stream. Once again, the contraband stream is just tier 1 to 100. That's